Coming to you live from Blade Runners in Harmarville, it is the Champ Sports Network's coverage of PIHL hockey. Our game of the week as tonight, the Warriors from Penn-Trafford make the long trek off their home ice onto their other home ice to take on Pittsburgh Central Catholic. Hi, everybody. I'm Matt Fargo. I'll be joined with Alesh and Brian Fadley in just a few minutes. And if you didn't catch the pun, both of these teams share this home ice, and it was just a mere formality of who will wear the home-colored jerseys in this one. And tonight, it will be the Vikings of Pittsburgh Central Catholic. And that's ironic because just on Friday night, Central Catholic and Penn-Trafford met in the WPIHL football semifinals, and Penn-Trafford wore the dark-colored jerseys, and Central Catholic wore the whites, and Penn-Trafford was designated as the home team and Central Catholic the visitors. Central Catholic got the best of that game, and they're headed to the WPIHL championship. There's a little less on the line tonight, but still positioning in still what we should still call the early part of the PIHL season, as these two teams, I think maybe the best word is struggling at this point, coming into this point in this year, as Penn-Trafford right now 0-7 at the very bottom of AAA, and Central Catholic just 1-5 coming into tonight's contest. So both of these teams searching very hard to get something, and it's been the offense for both of these teams. One goal separates the two teams as far as their offensive output to this point, and that includes Penn-Trafford's just 16 goals in 8 games to Central Catholic's 17 goals. Penn-Trafford has allowed 43 goals in 8 games compared to Central Catholic, I beg your pardon's 29. So if there is a favorite in this game, you'd have to give maybe a slight advantage to the Vikings of Central Catholic. For more on this one, let's talk to the guys who know hockey better than I do, Alesh and Brian Fadley. Gentlemen, an interesting contest to say the least, and we've seen a lot of big-time, maybe top echelon games throughout this early part of the year, but now we have some cellar dwellers that are trying to head up the basement steps, if you will.
Yeah, this is a big game for both these teams. They got to get back on the winning side. I know the Vikings have one under the W column, but they need to get the winning going. Both teams do. And what a better way to do it than another team that's struggling. So you get that win under your belt against your opponent, and you're on your way to, the building block. It's step one. You got to get number one before you get number two. Both these teams, like you said, Matt, having trouble putting the puck in the net. But here we go. Another day, another game. Let's see what happens.
Well, we'll step aside for 1 second, and we'll come back with face-off. Alesh, Brian Fadley. Maybe Brian will show up. Who knows? We'll find out. Stick around. You never know here on the Champ Sports Network. We'll be right back.
I'm Janelle Wright, a Panera Bread customer. I am the mother of 4 children, and I'm a professional violinist. After eating the breakfast power sandwich, I know that I'm fueled for the day and I feel satisfied. To me, this is the only fresh, wholesome option out there because the competitors have something that's processed that they're warming up in the microwave. What I love about the breakfast power sandwich are the wonderful ingredients. It's the all-natural egg, the Vermont white cheddar, and smoked ham on freshly baked whole grain bread. Something under 350 calories, and that's awesome. Panera Bread, make today better.
My name is Dale Pazinski, and this is how I live United. I volunteer with United Way, helping the homeless in my community by teaching computer skills and helping them build a basic resume to save on their very own USB drive. It's huge when somebody says, "Hey man, that job that you helped me apply for, I got it." My name is Dale Pazinski. I help people achieve financial independence. So I don't just wear the shirt, I live it.
Give, advocate, volunteer, Live United. Go to liveunited.org. Brought to you by United Way and the Ad Council.
This is Charlie Batch, and you're listening to Champ Sports Network, where champions are heard.
Welcome back to Blade Runners in Harmerville, where the Warriors and the Vikings ready to drop the puck. And we're underway. The puck's dropped, and the Warriors come away with it, and they bring it into Viking territory, and a wrist shot there by the Warriors goes wide, but they keep it in down in the point. It's Mickey with the puck. Skates from behind the net into the corner. Gets it out to the point. Riley with a slap shot right into the crest of the goaltender, Kevin Zubik, for the Vikings, and he'll hold on for the face-off. Between the pipes, down at the other end, for the Penn-Trafford Warriors, is Eric Phelps. The two seniors doing battle against each other here between the pipes. Face-off is won by the Warriors. They get it toward the net, knocked down by the Vikings. They come back the other way. Four-man rush. It's Auger with the puck. Goes in behind, sets it up in front, taken away by Eisenstadt. Headman pass up the ice to Mickey. He can't get the shot off. It goes off the side of the net, actually. And Penn-Trafford picks the loose puck up in front of net. Rebound. And Phelps makes a couple saves, and he'll sit on it in the paint and hold on. And Zubik stops play one more time for the Vikings, and both teams making some wholesale line changes now, just a couple minutes into the game here. Actually, minute 52. Face off in Viking territory, and Central Catholic will skate up the wing with it on Eric Phelps. He makes his first save from long distance, and the Vikings keep it in, and finally gets Byrne with the puck. Gets it up the wing, off the stick of one of the Warriors, and that's picked up there by Graphius. Jacob will get it into Viking territory, in behind, wraps it around behind the net. Shot from a sharp angle from TJ Byrne, goes wide, and finally behind the net, picked up there by Govich. Goes out to the point, and Baker gets a slap shot. Kicked aside by Kevin Zubik. And Penn-Trafford keeping the puck in. The Warriors shot, that's blocked out in front by the Vikings, and finally the Vikings will clear it out to center ice. The Vikings have it in their own territory, and they break it back out now. It's Neese with the puck. He gets it into Warrior territory, taken right back out by the Warriors. And quickly, here comes Eisenstadt out of the zone. Vikings take it away from him, and they come back the other way. Svaka with the puck in the corner. Double teamed. Eisenstadt goes over after it. They battle. Four-man scrum over there and make it 5. 3 Vikings, and finally the Vikings come away with it. In behind the Warrior net. Out to the point it comes. Wrist shot redirected over into the far corner, and the Warriors having trouble getting the puck out as the Vikings putting the pressure on now. Finally, it's the Vikings with it. DeLucia with the puck. Works it up out to the point. Slap shot off the one time. Redirected. Hit a boot in front and went wide to the near side down here in the corner. And Lemieux comes up with it. He risks it. Blocker save up into the netting, and we'll have a face-off. Phelps gets the blocker up high as Cullen Lemieux took the wrist shot from high up in the slot. And we'll have a stoppage of play with 14:03 remaining here in the first in a scoreless game.
And you talked earlier about the scoring woes of both of these teams, and you can see one of the reasons why. Neither team really gets many shots on goal. They attempt a lot, but they're not high percentage shots. They're low percentage shots, and they don't really seem to get them clean. So you could go a long way if you just worked on that a little bit to turn the season around.
Off the face-off, it comes back into Viking territory. They bring it all the way back up into Penn-Trafford end of the ice. And Central Catholic now with the puck. Backhand off the stick. Masidi goes wide, out to the point, but not out. Held in there by the Vikings. It's Teep with the puck. He risks that one, and that's blocked out in front by the Warriors. Teep's on it. Gives it up now to Ryan Kingersky. He has the puck. He's checked into the corner. Teep with the puck up along the half board, far side, and finally taken away by the Warriors, and it goes all the way back to Viking territory. 13 minutes to go here in the first. No score. The Vikings wind it up. Headman pass. Kicked aside by the Warriors. The Vikings have it, though. It's center ice. They bring it right back into Warrior territory. Big check along the boards right at the blue line by Penn-Trafford, and they have the puck. It's Anthony with the puck. He can't get out of the zone with it. That's held in by Anthony Neese. He sets it up in front, and good work by the Penn-Trafford defense as they skated out of the zone. It's Cam Williams with the puck. Gives it up to Cheswick in Viking territory. It goes in behind the Viking net. Now the Penn-Trafford trying to set up, but the Vikings strip the puck and they come back on the ice at 3-on-1, 4-on-1.
Yep. Oh, good defensive change. They got an extra D on. They snuck him out there.
The Vikings had a shot coming toward the net. That was Ethan Farber. That's taken away by Eisenstadt. Head pass crossed ice, broken up by the Vikings. They come right back in. Puck squirts its way out the center ice, and the Vikings have control of it. They bump it along the boards. And finally, Staley will shoot it toward Penn-Trafford's zone. Doesn't get there. Staley has it again. Headman pass. Here comes Tabaka. He shoots it right into the crest of Eric Phelps, who holds that one with 11:42 here in the first period. We're going to have a face-off in Penn-Trafford zone to the left side of Eric Phelps.
Yeah, it was a 4-on-1 coming up the ice. Like you said, it looked, you didn't know how it happened. Central Catholic coming with a 4-on-1, but Penn-Trafford was changing the defenseman. The new defenseman jumped on and evened the score a little bit anyway.
Off the face-off, Central Catholic gets a shot on. Phelps kicks that one out. Penn-Trafford has it in their own zone now, but the Vikings doing a good job of keeping it in the zone. Lemieux has the puck. Loses it, but he keeps it in, gets it down along the half board. Vikings, they had on the slot, and the pass just avoided his stick. Comes all the way out the center ice, and the Vikings send it back in, and unfortunately didn't gain center red, and it's icing against the Central Catholic Vikings, and the faceoff will come all the way back to the other end of the ice.
And Central Catholic had a prime opportunity there to go to DD, regroup in the neutral zone, and come back in, and instead they just tried to throw it off the far wall into the zone. There was no pressure, so take your time with the puck. You don't have to rush it constantly, but take your time. Look for that D-to-D play, get it up the wall, give your players a chance to regroup. Just throw it in like that. Even if it's not icing, it's just basically an outlet for the other team.
Yeah, you're just giving the puck to the other team. We have a little delay here. We had officials doing a little ice repair. Penn-Trafford's end of the ice. That's all fixed up, and we'll have a face-off as they drop the puck. Penn-Trafford wins it right off the face-off. Shot goes wide, and the Vikings break it out. Ryan Kingerski will get the puck at the blue line and just dump it in. Vikings have it now, deep in Warrior territory. Comes out to the blue line, taken away by the Warriors. A 3-on-2 develops. And the Vikings do a good job of breaking that up, and that was good job by Easton Auger. And the Vikings will dump it into Penn-Trafford territory. Riley circling behind his own net, avoids a check, a huge check there by Kongursky. And here comes one more time the Warriors. It's Cam Williams with the puck. He'll shoot it off of Zubik, who held his post and kicks it into the corner. And Trafford now trying to get something going. It comes out to Eisenstadt. He'll shoot that one, and the rebound on the backhand just goes wide as Zubik made himself big and kept the puck out of the net. The Vikings now just banging off the wall in the corner in their own zone. And Jake Teep with the puck. He loses it, and they set it up in front. It's the Warriors with the puck. Mark Anthony goes out to the point. Slap shot. That just goes wide. And Zubik, sprawled out in front of the net, just kept that one from going in as it slid in along the ice. And Kevin Zubik said not have none of that. With 9:45 remaining, he keeps a bunch of goose eggs up on the scoreboard.
Yeah, he threw himself to his left as hard as he could, flat on the ground. Really great athletic play.
Penn-Trafford wins another faceoff, but the Vikings come away with it. Penn-Trafford takes it right back. Up along the half board. They bounce it off the window, and here comes the Vikings. Walking in, spinorama move right in front, and a shot off the stick of Anthony Neese. And Brian, if I'm not mistaken, that hit the shaft of Eric Phelps to stay out of the net.
It did. It did. And that was a heck of a play. I mean, I would have fallen right over trying to make that kind of move. That spinorama there, that was textbook. That was Savardian.
So Penn-Trafford now brings it out of the zone. And Central Catholic gets it, does the diagonal dump back into Penn-Trafford zone. It's Baker with the puck for the Warriors, trying to work it up the wall. Doesn't come out. Anthony Neese does a good job. It gets it out to the point, and Neese passes it out in front, and it's taken away by the Penn-Trafford defense. Here they come back down the other way. Good work by Byrne. Gets it down deep into Central Catholic territory, down in the corner. They scrum for it, and the Vikings break away with it. They get it out to center ice, and the Warriors have to regroup. Back to their own zone. It's Byrne with the puck. Headman pass taken away by the Vikings. Warriors take it right back. Vikings bring it right back in. Oh. It's Cullen Lemieux with the puck. Avoids a check, and the Warriors will whip it around the boards for some open ice and shoot it out to center ice, and it's an offsides play as Sam DeLucia caught the puck, brought it into the zone, and one of his teammates was trapped in on the far side. So a face-off with 8:25 remaining here in the first period. It will be Anthony and Lemieux facing off, and Anthony will win that puck. And the Vikings end up with it in their own zone now. And the puck goes off the wall back in Penn-Trafford territory. Down in close. What a save there by Phelps off the stick of Cullen Lemieux, keeping this a scoreless game. And we have a hand pass on Central Catholic, and the faceoff will come outside the zone. And circle that one, Brian. Cullen Lemieux comes. Finally, the Warriors of Penn-Trafford will take it out. Headman pass. Gets behind the D, and that's going to be a hold. That might even be a penalty shot.
Boy, it should.
Nope, they're just going to say it's a hold because that was Nathan Mickey got in behind the D. Or no, I'm sorry. That was James Gojkovic, 68. But we got a holding call on the Vikings. So with a 1-0 lead, the Warriors will go on the power play and try to add to that lead.
Yeah, he had a clear stride going in there.
Jacob could
caught from behind and did not get a shot on goal, was denied a scoring opportunity on a breakaway. Easily could have been a penalty shot.
So here come the Warriors now with the man advantage. being slowed up through center ice. The Vikings doing a good job of not letting them get to their own territory, and finally they'll get the diagonal dump into Viking territory. Comes out to the point now and out through center ice. Look out here as Nick Tabaka is chasing after Riley behind the Warrior net. Riley spins away from him, and here comes Tabaka. One more time, he takes the puck out the center ice. He rags it, and he'll put it off the window back into Warrior territory. And finally now, they're working it out of the zone. Williams with the puck. Hands it off to Graffius. Puts it through the slot. Shot kicked aside by Zubek. And the Warriors still have it. Still with the man advantage, and play read beautifully by the Vikings. Anthony Nisi gets it down, still with the puck in Warrior territory, avoiding all the checkers. Now he finally gets hit into the corner. He triple teamed, actually, and Penn-Trafford finally skates away with it. Bringing up the ice, Eisenstadt, Jordan Eisenstadt with the puck, still with the puck. He tried to go behind the net and flip it past Zubek. That doesn't happen, goes into the near corner. Still 20 seconds remaining on the man advantage. The Vikings have the puck, and they'll flip it out the center ice. Baker now back in his own zone for the Warriors. Goes D to D. Eisenstadt with it. Will dump it up the ice. And circling back after it for the Vikings is Colville. Penn-Trafford now with the puck. Power play's over. We're back to even strength.
And then you get set free.
The Vikings now 2-on-1 down low. Shot and scored!
Oh, my goodness.
That was a 2-on-1 down low, and a beautiful wrist shot by Antonio Nasidi ties this game. An even strength goal at 4:25 of the first. It's 1-1 on a great play. That was Vikings all the way from center ice, making the defensive play and bringing it in.
Just ripped that wrist shot from the top of the circle. That was a laser.
I'm not even sure. That might even be an unassisted goal. But at any rate, it's 1-1 now here in the first, and Penn-Trafford now has to answer the call. They have the puck at center ice. It is an unassisted goal. And Penn-Trafford will dump it in to Viking territory. Circling behind his own net is Dom Shearer. Brings it up, comes out to the point, but no further. And a big slap shot by Baker and held onto by Zubik at 3:59 in a 1-1 game here in the first, here from Harmarville.
So far, a pretty good pace to this game.
It is up and down. Vikings win the faceoff behind their own net. Chasing after it is Auger. He gets it out to center ice. And here come the Vikings one more time. Wrist shot there by Teep. And looking for a rebound. There was no rebound as Eric Phelps just deadened that one and just covered it up in the paint. And we'll have a face-off now in Penn-Trafford ice. Face-off won by Penn-Trafford. It's Riley. Goes behind his own net with the pass. And they bring it up now. Beautiful headman pass. They tried to get it in front. It goes right through the slot. And the Vikings have it. Bringing up the far wing into the zone. It's Teep with the puck. Goes in behind the net, and it's taken away by Riley. Up the boards, too far for Eisenstadt. All the way to Viking territory. Eisenstadt finally picks it up there. Drops it off for Riley. The Vikings have it now out to center ice. Little headman pass, one-on-one, a wrist shot kicked out by Phelps. And this is all the work done by Sam DeLucia. Whip it around the boards, too far for his D. It goes down the length. Actually, that was off the stick of Penn-Trafford, and it's icing with 2:58 remaining. It is. It's up and down the ice, Brian. And the one thing you mentioned about the two teams struggling, it seems like they're getting like one shot. And
yeah,
every once,
exactly.
they're getting their one try, and that's it. We're, your good scoring teams, they work the puck and they work the zone, and that's not a lot of that going on here. When they do work the zone, it's around the perimeter.
And getting the puck up to the headman too. I've noticed too many times I've seen guys just skate it when they could get it up to the headman and go in the zone, and then you see the headman when he does get the puck, they go straight to the net. And, you can't do that if you want to be successful. There's going to be a defensive play. You've got to be able to get into the zone. Oh, look at that right in front. And that's just what you were talking about, Al, right? They got in, got a little pressure around the net, got a shot low off the pads, had a man planted right in front, and it was an alley-oop. Slam dunk into the net.
Penn-Trafford goes back on top 2-1, and that was, it's exactly what I was talking about. They get the puck down low, they got the shot, crashed guys to the net, and they picked up that rebound, and he just tapped it in for an empty netter, basically, to make it 2-1, and it happened so fast I couldn't see who that was. I think that was Nathan Mickey, but don't hold me to that. We'll have to get the announcement here. But at any rate, it's 2-1 Warriors. Here come the Vikings right back. They shoot it. That's blocked out in front. People looking for the puck. Finally comes over toward the near boards. And Anthony now with the puck. Lasich got that goal. That's 25. So Vikings now trying to answer, down by a goal, 2-1 here in the first, with 1:45 to go. Working the puck in Penn-Trafford's territory, comes up along the boards. Eisenstadt has the puck, a 3-on-2 as they come into the zone. And the Vikings take it away neatly. It's Cullen Lemieux, headman pass, up across the blue line, wrist shot, glove it in!
Oh, my goodness.
In and out of the glove of Eric Phelps. And that was a shot by number 36 in white, which is John Staley, to make it 2-2. And the Vikings, every time Penn-Trafford gets up, the Vikings answer, Brian.
And Staley, he's a big boy, and he leaned into that one. He pulled it all the way back, got the puck in a good position. You could see the stick flex right into the glove and just too much on it. Found its way to the back of the net. Just too much on that shot.
So, with 1:25 to go in the first, we're tied at 2. The Vikings wanting more as they bring it into the zone. They work hard for it along the far boards. It squirts out the center ice. They dump it right back in. They have to tag up, which they do. But the Warriors have the puck, trying to skate it out of the zone. Here comes Cam Williams with the puck. He shoots it in, goes off a boot, out the center ice. Picked up by Ryan Kingerski. Brings it into the zone. Still trying to follow on. Lasich cuts him off. That's picked up there by the Vikings. Jake Teep goes cross ice up by the blue line. Skylar George works it around behind Penn-Trafford's net. And a sharp angle shot there from Ryan Kingerski. And Eric Phelps gloves that one and holds on from a sharp angle and slams his stick on the ice as he's disgusted after that last goal. Shots are almost even. Warriors have 9, and the Vikings 8 at this point. The Vikings wanting that one more shot and get ahead here. Here comes Penn-Trafford out of his zone. Taken away by the Vikings. Look out here. Shot in front. What a save there by Phelps. Sam DeLucia with a wrist shot. And Eric Phelps robs Sam DeLucia.
Now he's even.
Yeah, that was again, Brian, he was reaching behind him, and that puck was ticketed for the up top shelf there.
Now you can completely forget about that one off the glove going into the net, because that was a heck of a save.
2-on-1 down low for Penn-Trafford. Shot blocked away by Zubik, and we're under a minute to go. Actually, under 30 seconds to go here in the first period. All tied up at 2. Stoppage in the play as Zubik dove on it on the side of the net. We'll have a face-off to the right side of Kevin Zubik. The Vikings will win that face-off. 15 to go here in the period. Around the boards it goes. Vikings skating it out the center ice. Intercepted there by Eisenstadt, trying to dump it in. The Vikings take it away. 5 to go. And it looks like period number 1 is going to come to an end here, Brian, with the score tied at 2 from Harmarville. Penn-Trafford 2 and Central Catholic 2. Nothing's been decided after 17. We'll step aside real quick. No, maybe we won't. So, yeah, Matt takes care of all our stepping aside, and he stepped aside. So it was a great period of hockey, though. It's not. I mean, you think of 2 teams struggling, 1 win between the 2 of them, and 2 ties between the 2 of them, and you think, okay, this was probably going to be, a shootout, but
Yep.
it really hasn't. It's been a pretty good hockey game.
Yeah, I mean, it's been up and down the ice, and it started a little rough, a little choppy. Passes weren't connected, and then they settled down. The difference in this game that I've noticed so far is, like you said, that the shots up on the counter are dead even at 9-9 at the end of the period, but it's the location of the shots. The location, Penn-Trafford, most of their shots are coming from in front of the net, down, right near the crease. They're not getting many out high. Whereas it's the exact opposite for Central Catholic right now. They've only got a few from in tight. Most of theirs have been shots from above the circle, and they got 2 of them in on 2 just wicked shots from that high. But if you keep getting shots down low, that close to the net, good things are going to happen. I mean, that's a formula for success in any league. So it's all, can't get any more even than this at 2-2 and 9-9 in shots, but you might think if they can keep doing that, it might tip the scales in favor of Penn-Trafford a little.
All tied at 2. Penn-Trafford bringing in the zone.
He lost his net guard and stepped on it.
Stepped on it, and that's why he went down. That's why he blew a tire. But here comes the Vikings back the other way. Behind the Penn-Trafford net. Up along the boards. They get it up and out of the zone. And the Warriors pick it up at center ice and come back the other way. Into the zone. Tried to toe drag around the D. That doesn't happen. Goes out to the point, and the wrist shot goes wide. Anthony for the Warriors tracks down, drops it off to the point. Hits the official, and Penn-Trafford says thank you very much. And the Vikings pick it up behind net. Look out here. Puck squirted loose, and Eisenstadt pinches in from the out by the point and gets the backhand. And Zubik makes the stop, and one of the Vikings getting up slow here. And that is number 15, Antonio Masidi.
That's another shot from in tight by the net. Right now, for Central Catholic, there's a lot of puck watching going on, a lot of standing. When they're not in the play, they're just sort of coasting. And, that'll do a lot of damage. You got to get your feet moving.
Long distance shot there by the Vikings. Misses the net and comes all the way out to center ice. Penn-Trafford now has it, and they lose it at the Viking blue line. Vikings return the favor and give it right back to Penn-Trafford at their own blue line. Penn-Trafford now trying to work it out at their own zone. They just dump it to some open ice on the near side. Vikings shoot it toward the net. That's blocked out in front. Another shot blocked out in front, and Penn-Trafford now trying to work it out of his own. Nice play there. And here come the Warriors. It's Byrne with it, sets it up in the high slot, and then they take it over into the corner. Out to the point it goes. Shoot it toward the net. Look out here. And down in close again. They got that man in front. Was that Byrne that came over?
And for me, that's exactly what you want to do, especially, good job by the point men out there. Don't take a massive shot. Just flip it. Just a nice little wrist shot. Doesn't have to be hard. You put it to an area where you've got a player standing. The guy in front of the net, get your stick down, give him a target. That's exactly what happened there. And again, if you keep doing that, good things are going to happen.
Penn-Trafford wins the faceoff after 2 guys on the faceoff fell down on the puck, and finally it squirted loose. It comes out to the point now. Wrist shot. Oh, toe drag around 2. Right down the slot. Shot high up over the net. Picked up by the Warriors. They shoot it off the side of the net. Now it's all Warriors. Putting the pressure on in Viking territory. Oh, nice poke check there by the the Warriors to keep the puck in. They still have control of it. Eisenstadt takes the hit. Shot there. Zubik holds his post and keeps it out. Warriors putting the pressure on, and finally the Vikings are skating away with it. It's Jacob Kongursky gets it out of the zone. Picked up there by DeLucia. He'll bring it in. He'll shoot that one high. I don't know if that got blocked or not. Yeah, they're saying it got tipped. And the faceoff will be at the top of the faceoff circle in Warrior territory.
Well, we've covered a lot of high school hockey, and how many times have we seen guys come down the slot like that with a puck and shoot it over the net?
Yeah.
I'm starting to think that scoring goals low is becoming a dying art. Everybody wants that pretty top shelf bar down goal, but
that highlight reel.
Yeah, there's something to be said about keeping it on the ice and going 5-hole and shooting for the ankles.
Penn-Trafford now with the puck. They trying to keep it in the zone, and the Vikings do a good job of working it out. But Warriors get it right back. And picked up. Now they're skating down the near wing, are the Warriors. They'll gain center red, just dump it in and wrap it around the net. Vikings now on a nice cross-ice pass. Here comes Teep into Warrior territory, taken off his stick and sent back down the other way. But unfortunately, this is icing on the Warriors with 13:40 remaining here in the second in a game that's all knotted at 2. Face-off will be to the right side of Eric Phelps. Again, it lays there, and finally the Vikings come away with it. DeLucio gets it behind the net. Turning away, picking up the puck is Tabaka. Finally goes into the near corner. The Warriors have it. They try to get it out. Doesn't happen. Lemieux keeps it in, shovels it toward the net. And finally, the Warriors don't get it out. The Vikings do a good job of keeping it in. It's Lemieux circling with it. Drops it off, and play was read by the Warriors. Here they come back down the other way, 3-on-2, and they dump it in. Anthony dumps it in, gets it himself. Picked up here by Eisenstadt. He gets hammered, but he gives it up to Anthony. Works it around behind the boards. Again, the Warriors working that puck down low, and the Vikings finally take it away. It's Cullen Lemieux with it through center circle, down near wing, crossed ice pass, hits a skate. Vikings still have it. Nicholas Tabaka puts it around the boards, and the other goal getter, John Staley, gets it, puts it to the weak side, and the Warriors will clear it down to Viking territory, who promptly send it down. Icing is waved off. They got to go play it. It's a live puck. And finally, it's Nice comes away with it. Out to the point it comes. Slap shot goes wide off the stick of Colville. And the Warriors work it up, but not out. Shot goes toward the net, knocked down. And finally, Kongursky for the Vikings has to pick it up at center ice as the Warriors clear it out there. Vikings dump it in on a high dump off, softly off the window. Around the far side, the Vikings now trying to doing a good job of keeping it in, putting the pressure on the Warriors. Wrist shot there by Ethan Farber. And Eric Phelps just kind of calmly reaches down, gloves it, and holds on that low wrist shot. And there he was trying to score low.
Yeah. He had a little problem with the puck.
Again, that was a good shot. It was nice and low. The body's in front. You never know. It gets tipped, redirects, and goes in.
You know, but when you're in tight like that, you have to think in terms of quickness of a goaltender. And if you go up high, the arms are always going to be faster than the feet. You know, so if you're in tight like that and you aim low for those corners, goalies aren't going to be able to get those, flash the pads out as fast as you might think. But they can get that glove and blocker out there pretty quick if you go high and tight.
Here come the Vikings out of their own zone. Ryan Kongursky trying to get around to D. He does. Shoots it. Nice pad save by Phelps. But the Vikings still have it. They shoot it off the side of the net to the near side. And the Vikings putting the pressure on, trying to clear it up and out. Or the Warriors, that doesn't happen. Finally, it does come to center ice now. And it's 2-on-1 down low for the Warriors. Nice poke check by the Vikings. And that is Shearer, Dom Shearer. But the Warriors still have it. Wrist shot off the stick of Riley. Nice save there by Zubik. But the Warriors get it back on the far side. Riley with the puck, turning and falling and shooting it toward the far corner. Delayed penalty. Comes out to center ice. And Phelps comes to the bench for the Warriors. And one of the Warriors
ran right into the official.
It was Nathan Mickey. And allowed one of the Vikings to touch up. The whistle blows, and now we'll get the penalty on the Vikings here in the second period. It's going to be on Easton Auger. probably going to be a trip. Faceoff will be outside Penn-Trafford territory in center ice, right at the blue line. And Lemieux wins that one for the Vikings. And killing the penalty, they just turn and dump it in behind Warrior cage. Here come the Warriors now, breaking it out. Nice ABC break up, but the Vikings are there and break it up at center circle and turn and dump it right back in off the stick of Nick Tabaka. And the Warriors now, one more time. There's a skating it right through center ice. Are the Warriors right down the ice. Shot and diving attempt by Zubik. Didn't have to. The puck never got there, but the Warriors have it now. And they'll just whip it around the boards. Nobody there but Vikings, and they're going to slam it hard around the boards all the way down to Warrior territory. Phelps has the puck, passes off, and finally ends up on the stick of Graphius. And he has it taken away, and the Vikings have it now. Oh, he got a slash on that. Finally, the announcement comes. So here come the Warriors now. Under a minute to go in the power play. Wrist shot. Saved by Zubik, and he reaches down and covers up the rebound. Shot came from a face-off circle off the stick of Anthony. Mark Anthony. Not the one you're thinking of, though. He's a little old for this game.
A little old, just a tiny bit. And I think it was a little hard to have ice.
Yeah.
Over there.
Yeah.
A little tough.
Face off, one by the Vikings. They'll send it down the lane. And here come the Warriors back the other way with 40 to go and the man advantage on the slashing call to the Vikings. And they stop him right at the blue line. Back the other way goes Anthony Neese. He'll just dump it in behind Penn-Trafford's net. With 25 to go in the power play. Pass miss connects. Vikings send it right back into Warrior territory. They have to wind it up. 15 to go in the power play. Headman pass again, broken up by the Vikings. Over to get it is Skylar George. Gets it up to center ice, no further. Here come the Warriors one more time. Power play is over. In the slot, down low. Nice poke check by Zubik. But the Warriors have it still. And finally, the Vikings will backhand it out of the zone. Icing is waved off. And Dylan Baker gives the puck away. Blocker save by Phelps. And the Vikings now trying to get that go-ahead goal. The Warriors can't get it out. Shot toward the slot, knocked away by the Warriors. Back to the slot it comes. Here come the Vikings. Teep with a shot. That goes wide. Hit something and change directions. Now the Vikings, after they get that man back out of the penalty box, making a push. Here come the Warriors momentarily. Vikings throw that attempt. They'll dump it down. This will be icing against Penn-Trafford. And now it appears that the Vikings are all in Penn-Trafford's head.
Well, we saw it a couple of shifts earlier with Central Catholic doing a really good job of sustained pressure in the offensive zone. And they need to make the most of those opportunities. That first instance, when Penn-Trafford was going for a change, they didn't get the puck in deep, and Central Catholic tried to go cross ice with the pass instead of the D-to-D regroup again. They could have went in and attacked during a bad change, and they keep giving those opportunities away, and they've got to stop doing that. They get into the zone, they get good pressure, and they've got to capitalize. They've got to play smart hockey down the offensive zone.
Penn-Trafford out to the point in the attacking zone. Slap shot, redirected, hit a couple bodies, pinballs in. Finally, the Vikings skate up the ice with it hard. It's Antonio Masidi with the puck. He has it taken away, gets it right back. Tried to center in front, doesn't happen. And here come the Warriors back the other way. Up through center ice. It's Eisenstadt with the puck. Looking for somebody to give it to. Backs off, gives it off to the point. It slithers down into the slot, and here come the Vikings back the other way.
3-on-2 if they hurry.
And an offsides. Just ahead of the puck was Masidi. He passed the puck, and again, that's one of them plays where you pass the puck at the blue line, make sure you don't go ahead of the puck.
Exactly. And it's a squandered opportunity on an odd man break to be offside.
6:42 remaining in a 2-2 game here in the second period from Harmarville. Glad you could join us here on Champ Sports Network. And the Vikings put one in on Phelps, and he has to kick that away. Warriors now slowly trying to work it out his own. Nice turning play, and here come the Warriors. 2-on-1 down. If they can get to the puck. They center in front, coming down in low, and he fans on the shot. Brzezinski. And the Vikings come back the other way. 2-on-1. Shot goes high and wide. And Warriors cleared out the center ice, and the Vikings go D to D and regroup, and they're just going to dump that one in.
That's what they need to do right there.
That diagonal dump. They go in after it on the forecheck, and the Vikings do have it. Try to center in front. And the Warriors read that play and knock it back into the corner. The Vikings still have it, though. Send it toward the net and redirect there off the stick of Nice. Just goes wide, and here come the Warriors one more time. 2-on-2. They'll wrist that one in. A wobbly puck goes into Zubik, and he'll glove that one easily and hold on as he falls to his knees. 5:45 remaining in a 2-2 game. Face off. Won by the Vikings. And it was DeLucia trying to split the D, and he had the puck taken away from him. But here come the Vikings back the other way. 2-on shot. Just goes wide off the stick of DeLucia. Vikings keeping it in. The Warriors reverse it back the other way behind their own net. And they'll backhand it out to center ice. That's knocked down by Alger. But the Warriors have it. They come up through center ice. Nice play as they drop it off at the point. Wrist shot blocked out in front by DeLucia, and he'll clear it out the center ice in one motion. And Penn-Trafford now trying to come back the other way, and this will be icing. And that could almost have been an interference on the Vikings as he trapped Anthony from leaving the zone. And like I say, it's a good play unless you get called for it.
Exactly. Yeah, he held him offside.
Oh yeah, he did.
Just by stopping. Oh, I got to get out of the way. Oops.
5:02. And actually, they're asking the official about it. One of the players is. Said he held me from getting out. They dropped the puck, and it goes right into the Warrior bench. We'll do it all over again.
That was a horrible puck drop.
Yeah, it was. It bounced like
yeah. That should have been a do-over from the beginning.
Off the face-off, the Warriors bounce it off the window, and it goes right in on net, and Zubik has to glove that one. And this time we'll have another face-off, but this time it'll be in Viking territory. And Warriors win it. Up along the boards. They go out to the point with it. Wrist shot, redirected, and it hits Zubik right in the chest. Up around the face. In fact, he's adjusting his mask. It might have hit him in the mask. And he finally holds on. Give him credit there.
Again, not an overpowering shot. Just the wrister, but in a good spot.
Again, off the face-off, right from the top of the face-off circle. Penn-Trafford puts it toward the net. It goes wide, but they keep it in down deep. It's Masidi gets the puck. Headman pass to Kingerski. He backhands and he shoots and scores.
He went through everybody.
Ryan Kingerski, you said it, Brian. He went through the entire Penn-Trafford team, and that was a great headman pass by Masidi to find Kingerski to put the Vikings on top 3-2 with 4:28 remaining. He just put that one up where Grandma keeps the peanut butter.
And you know, I think it caught everybody a little off guard because it looked like he was going to lose the puck 3 or 4 times. So there were players coming across and sticks in there, and somehow the puck just stayed with him, and he found it open. Next thing you know, it's in the net. That was a pretty crazy play, but excellent job to keep your feet moving and stay with it.
Oh, it was – I got that wrong. I thought it was 15 to pass him a puck. It was 16. It was his brother. It was Kingerski from Kingerski. And here come the Vikings again. Kick save.
And that's the shot I'm talking about. Right there when you're at the top of the slot, coming right down the middle. Instead of going for those corners like that, throw it low. Make the goalie work.
No, he did. He kicked his leg out in the butterfly, kicked it out, and Vikings wanting more now. In the slot, they have the puck taken away by the Warriors, and they're going to clear the zone off the boards. And no icing. That was close to being icing, but they waved it off. And from behind the net, Mickey takes the backhand. It bounces off of Zubik, and Mickey saying it's in, but it wasn't. That was a good job by Zubik holding his pad against the pipe, along with that 4-foot snowbank that he's piled up there, and he kept the puck out. 3-2, Vikings over the Warriors. Central Catholic takes the lead here in the second off the Kingerski goal. And here come the Vikings out of their own zone. It's Jacob Kingerski trying to hit Lemieux. That doesn't happen. Lemieux finally ends up with it, though, in Warrior territory. In the corner, he tried to cycle. Nobody there to cycle with, but the Vikings end up with it. Gives it over to Tabaka, to DeLucia, who shoots it up into the netting, and I believe that was blocked aside by Penn-Trafford. So face-off will be in Warrior territory with 3:06 remaining in a 3-2 game. Face-off is won by the Vikings right toward the net, and they shoot it, and it just goes wide, and the Warriors clear out the center ice. No further. The Vikings trying to come back the other way. Penn-Trafford has the puck. It's Riley circling behind the Viking net. Yeah, see, they corrected it. I was right.
That's why you get paid the big bucks, Sal.
That was kicked aside by Zubik, and Vikings will clear the zone. I was right. That was Masidi with the assist. See? My eyes aren't that. I'm old, but my eyes aren't that bad. Vikings now have it. They'll turn and just dump it in. Right in on Phelps. He has to make the save. And the Warriors now working it around the boards. It's Lasich with it. Headman pass. And Byrne will dump it in. Vikings territory and make a change. In the far corner now. And the Vikings pull out with it. It's Auger up in the near board, far boards. Gets around to D. He shoots, and he shoots it high and wide out to the point. And that was a good play by the Vikings not to touch the puck because they were making a change. And Mickey for the Warriors passes it across to Eisenstadt, and that shot is stopped by Zubik. And here comes Warriors one more time. It's Colville. Works his way around the net, backhands it on a backhand wraparound, and Zubik says, no, you can't do that.
No,
never. And we'll have a face-off with 1:37 remaining here in the second period. Face-off won cleanly by Penn-Trafford. It's tried to send it toward the net, and actually it hit one of their own players, and Zubik says, thank you very much. I'll just cover that one up, and we'll do it all over. The shot came off the stick of Mickey. If I'm not mistaken, it hit Anthony, who was right in the side of the net. Face-off, this time won by the Vikings. Goes into the corner. Good forecheck by the Warriors. Gets the puck. They set it up in front and off a boot, which was off of Eisenstadt's skate, and it trickles in on Zubik, and he once again covers it up in the blue paint. We'll have another face-off. We'll just switch sides. One more time. That was a play by the Penn-Trafford Warriors, but unfortunately the Vikings got in the way of that. Along the board, Penn-Trafford coming back the other way. And the Vikings say thank you very much as they left it at the blue line. They go back. Oh, that was offsides, and he waved it off. At least it looked offsides to me.
Yeah, it looked like it to me, too.
No problem. Penn-Trafford goes back the other way. Into the zone. Nice keep there. And the Vikings finally kick it out to center ice.
That was way offside. Anthony was behind the net.
Yeah.
He was behind the opposition net in the offensive zone when they brought the puck back in. It was off by 60 feet.
They probably didn't even see him back there.
Yeah, they couldn't have. There's no way. That was the most obvious offsides I've ever seen.
Under a minute to go. The Vikings now have it in their offensive zone, but Penn-Trafford takes it right back, brings it back. 25 to go here in the period. It's Williams with the puck. Cam Williams gives it up to Anthony as they cycle along the far boards. Penn-Trafford does. Over to Riley here, near side, wrist shot. And Zubik slides across in the butterfly and holds it against that Viking on his chest. And we'll have a face-off with 14.4 remaining here in the second period, where the Vikings clinging to that 1-goal, 3-2 lead. Vikings will win the faceoff. They try to backhand it out of the zone. Warriors have it. Can they do anything with it? 4 to go, and the Vikings will send it down the length. Let's see when the whistle blows. It finally does, right as the buzzer sounds. If they wanted to get technical about it, there was about 2.2 seconds remaining, and the official just took his time to blow the whistle. So at the end of 2, it is the Central Catholic Vikings 3 and the Penn-Trafford Warriors 2. We'll step aside. We'll come right back with Intermission Report with the one and only Matt Fargo here on the Champs Sports Network.
I'm Scott Davis, the head of Panera Bread's culinary team, and I want to tell you about our new spinach power salad. The idea behind this salad is to give you sustainable energy to get you through the day. We started with baby spinach. Can't get better than that for a green. Roast mushrooms, take some olive oil, you season them up, heat them over the fire real hot, caramelize them, add a hard-boiled egg to that, a little applewood smoked bacon, great smoky Vidalia onion vinaigrette that we created, and you top it off with some frizzled onions just for some fun. The new spinach power salad, only at Panera Bread. And don't forget Panera for all your catering needs.
Hi, I'm Charlie Batch from the Best of the Batch Foundation. Follow your favorite WPIL team anywhere you go this season with the Champs Sports Network mobile app from iPhone or Android, powered by Sport Engine. Just research Sport NGIN on your app store and get access to scores, standing, and stats. Even upload pictures and videos. Sports Engine app from Champs Sports Network. Play here.
My name is Dale Pazinski, and this is how I live United. I volunteer with United Way, helping the homeless in my community by teaching computer skills and helping them build a basic resume to save on their very own USB drive. It's huge when somebody says, "Hey man, that job that you helped me apply for, I got it." My name is Dale Pazinski. I help people achieve financial independence. So I don't just wear the shirt, I live it.
Give, advocate, volunteer, Live United. Go to liveunited.org. Brought to you by United Way and the Ad Council.
Golden Corral is the best deal in America.
That is music to my ears.
Golden Corral is a gift to my wallet. Only Golden Corral could give you the whole delicious restaurant for one incredibly low price.
I like the sound of that.
It's scrumptious appetizers, endless entrees like our premium 5-ounce sirloin filet, and desserts including our new non-stop irresistible triple fountain yum.
Can't beat the price.
Or the food.
Or the triple fountain yum.
It's all on our endless buffet for one low price, and it's only at Golden Corral. Best deal in America.
Period.
I have a lot to prove.
Looking for promotional products? JR Advertising has been building relationships and creating quality solutions for customers for over 30 years. We're excited to devise solutions to your marketing, promotion, and recognition challenges. Whether you're looking for a specific item or just browsing for ideas, our site is your one-stop shopping source. Visit us online at jradspec.com for more information. That's jradspec.com. JR Advertising. We don't compete, we create.
Hi, I'm Emily Tempa, a nursing student at the University of Pittsburgh, and I'm looking for your help. Pitt Dance Marathon is the largest student-run philanthropy at the University of Pittsburgh. Each year, dancers commit to staying on their feet for 24 hours to support the children in need at the Children's Hospital of Pittsburgh. Every dollar raised goes toward helping support the programs and costs that aren't covered by insurance. To donate to my page, follow the link on the front page of the Champs Sports Network website, wearechamps.net. And for more information about PDM, visit pdm.pitt.edu.
This is Charlie Batch, and you're listening to Champs Sports Network, where champions are heard.
And we'll welcome you back inside Blade Runners in Harmerville. It's the almost famous Champ Sports Network Intermission Report. I'm Matt Fargo. We'll be back with Al Lesh and Brian Fadley in just a hot second, so bear with me, and we'll get you back to the two that know what they're talking about in just a little bit. But first, let's recap. Pittsburgh Central Catholic leads Penn-Trafford after 3-2, and very interesting first period, one that started out slow, not a lot of shots put on net by either side through those first few minutes. And then the shots started coming, and so did the goals. We'll start in the first period. Penn-Trafford draws first blood at 9:12 of the first period. Mark Anthony scores. Nathan Mickey gets the assist. It's 1-0 Warriors. Central Catholic would deliver the counter blow at 12:35 and tie things up. Antonio Mencity on an unassisted goal ties things up at 1, but Penn-Trafford would roll right back at 14:30 of the first period. It was Ben Lasich scoring. James Gavacevic gets the assist along with Matt Simkovic. He gets the assist, and Latch gets that goal that gives the Warriors a 2-1 advantage. Central Catholic will respond, though, a minute and 1 second later, exactly 15:31 in the first period. John Staley scores. Ethan Farber notches an assist, and after one period of play, we are tied at 2 between the Warriors and the Vikings. In the second period, just one goal was the difference in Central Catholic. They take their first lead of the game at 12:32 of the second period when Ryan Kingerski scores. Antonio Mencity gets his second point of the day, and he gets his first assist. And after 2, we have a 3-2 hockey game, and welcome in the coach, Brian Fadley, back with us. And Brian, I think this has really been a case of Penn-Trafford's transition game. They've been great in the transition game, and that's where they've been able to get the points. And on the other side, Central Catholic's been able to deliver those counter punches when every time Penn-Trafford feels like they're taking momentum, Central Catholic's been there to snatch it up, and that's why they have the 3-2 advantage.
Yeah, I mean, it started out, like I said, you're right. The transition, they were getting in the zone. Penn-Trafford was getting in deep. A lot of their shots were coming from real in tight. You can see even towards the end of the second period there, just weaker shots from the point with guys in front causing traffic. And Central Catholic was really dropping the ball on their transition side. They had many opportunities where they could have taken the transition game back and just missed opportunities. But towards the end of the second, they started getting a little more flow. You saw a little more D-to-D passing, and they had, at least 3, maybe 4 really good shifts where they had sustained pressure in the offensive zone, and we hadn't really seen that from either team to that point in this game.
According to our fine folks at the PIHL and Point Streak, shots on goal for those first 2 periods of play, Penn-Trafford winning the battle 20-17 after 2 periods. Just 2 penalties, one of the first a hooking call on Central and a slashing call on Central. Kingerski and Alger taking those respectively. And now back in with us, Al Lesh, the only Champ Sports Network representative with his own business card, now joins us. They look good, Al, but they do. They're looking good.
I like them. They come out.
You are really reinventing yourself. You have Twitter.
Yeah.
You don't have your Twitter on your business card, though.
No.
You got to work on that.
That's why you carry a pen.
That's it.
That's right. Instead of writing the cell phone, it's here. Let me follow me on Twitter.
Yep.
Put it on the back. But 3-2 after 2. Central Catholic maybe a little bit slow out of the gate, but they definitely have turned it on since then.
Yeah, both the teams, as Brian said, both the teams turned it up a notch, and one team seems to get some momentum on their side, and the other team does something, whatever it is, take a penalty or kill a penalty, and suddenly they've got the momentum, and it's a fun game because one team will get the puck, and they'll. What's happening now is in the first period, it was up and down the ice.
Mm-hmm.
Boom, 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 boom. And now it's one team will get it, and they're working it in the offensive zone with the heavy forecheck. And personally, I like that kind of game. So
Yeah.
it's a fun game for me. And both teams, you can tell that both of them want this win. I mean, they know it's an important win to get them on the right track, and they're out there fighting hard. It's even though the records aren't good for these teams, this is a good game.
Yeah, it's been a really good game. It's been up and down, a little choppy in the beginning, but it's smoothed out, and it's been had a nice pace, good flow. It's been a real good hockey game.
Take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard brought to you by Panera Bread. Live consciously, eat deliciously. Panera Bread. Fox Chapel defeats North Hills on this very same sheet of ice before this game took place. The Foxes moved to 4-2-2 on the year, 6-4 over the Indians, who fall to 4-4. Single-A action. Hempfield defeats Bishop McCourt tonight, 5-2. Head up to Triple-A, where North Allegheny notches a win over Peters Township and hands the Indians their first loss of their season. They win tonight 2-1 in a great one. Single-A hockey, a great one in single-A. Freeport defeats Franklin Regional 6-5 in overtime. Great one there as the Panthers fall to the Yellow Jackets. Single-A action, Quaker Valley having their way with Wheeling Park, 10-2 right now in the second period of that one. The Quakers are for real once again. If you missed that memo, that's all I got for you here on this rare Tuesday night of high school hockey. But I do have a little bit of history lesson for you. One of the Central Catholic players, as you may have heard call Alesh has called him today, Colin Lemieux, not Mario's son, but Mario's nephew.
Yeah.
Alan Lemieux.
Elaine,
sorry, I beg your pardon. Elaine Lemieux, the father of Colin, and they reside in Moon Township, Pennsylvania. So it all comes back to Moon Township, as it always seems like it does. Fun fact, though, Elaine and Mario played just one hockey game together with the Pittsburgh Penguins.
Is listed as the Quebec Nordiques legends. So, and most of us hockey history people out there, you love the Nordiques. You had to love the Nordiques. It was impossible not to.
I've got
love
one of
the
their
Nordiques.
old jerseys.
Joe Sakic.
Yeah.
The Stastnys, all three of them. I like the hockey history lesson.
Did you like it?
That's nice. Yeah, that's nice.
Like
incorporate that.
Like
we
this.
can sell sponsorship.
This night in hockey.
The first time.
This day in hockey history.
The first time that the term hockey was used to describe the game was in 1799 in England. It was in a letter written. Can't remember who wrote it to who. I'm sure you can find that. But the sport was described as playing with balls and curved sticks. And it was later brought to Montreal in 1875. By way of Nova Scotia.
And if I'm not mistaken, today, or was it yesterday, was the anniversary of Lemieux being pushed into the Hall of Fame?
Yeah, yesterday was Hall of Fame Day.
Yep,
it was Hall of Fame Day.
So how about that? And just for more history as we drop the puck on the third period, this the ice rink that Mario Lemieux did his only interview on the Champ Sports Network. Throwing that out.
Right here
in that corner. Okay, back to you, Al.
Thank you, Matt. And that was our intermission report as we're underway here in the third period, 3-2 Vikings. Here comes Penn-Trafford, 2-on-1 down low. He shoots. He rings it off the pipe. And that was Nathan Mickey.
That was the prettiest play of the game. Other than the goal scored going through all the skaters. That it didn't look as pretty, but that was a pretty play. 2-on-1. Nice pass. Good shot off the post.
And then Anthony picks it up. He shoot it toward the net again, and this time Zubik will hold on and we'll have a face-off with 16:30 remaining here in the third. Shot right off the face-off. Zubik makes a save. Vikings finally corral it and send it out to center ice. They'll send it back in. There'll be a delayed offsides. Vikings tag up. Riley has the puck for the Penn-Trafford Warriors. They tried to hit a breaking burn and misses his stick, and it's going to be icing against Penn-Trafford. And the face-off will come back all the way into Warrior territory. Wow, that was a good 2 minutes there. Minute and a half.
Look out.
Watch out for that stick. stepped on Riley's stick and went down. We just dropped the puck and off the face-off. Riley ends up with it as it came around the boards. They work it out of the zone. Back to pick it up for the Vikings at center ice is Ryan Kingerski. He's got the go-ahead goal right now. Kingerski works the puck out of the zone. Penn-Trafford will pick it up at their own blue line. Riley uses the skate to stop the puck, picks up the pass, does the back pedal, and he'll pass it up trying to hit Byrne coming out of the zone. Comes all the way into Viking territory. And finally, the Vikings will pick it up in the far corner and skate it up the far wing. Across the blue line. Shot by Masidi. Goes high and wide and all the way up to the blue line, but not out, and hits one of the Warriors, comes out of the zone, and now Riley picks it up, and he's going to follow on. Brings it into Viking territory. Slap shot just across the blue line, goes wide of the net. As
too many men on the ice?
Zubik was reaching for it. It might be. Yep, I believe it is. I saw the too many green jerseys out there, I think, yeah.
And you know, that's what I was saying earlier on the bad change when Central Catholic had a chance to regroup and get the puck back in the zone. When you can go D to D and go towards that change, when you can see there's a bunch of guys going on and off, if you might be able to get a too many men out of it. There's a lot of confusion going on there, especially if you can't go to the far side. It's, as long as the defenseman's controlling the puck, just throwing it into the zone when a team's making a change like that doesn't do anything. Both teams were changing at the same time, but only one was caught with their hand in the cookie jar.
So the Vikings on the power play for the first time tonight here in the third period. They bring it in, shot goes off a leg and one of the defensemen and Graphius, and it just goes wide. And Penn-Trafford will get it. They bring it up the ice, shorthanded, 2-on-1 down low, and the pass just misses Eisenstadt. And here come the Vikings back the other way, 2-on-2. It's Lemieux circling the net on his backhand, all the way out to the point. Slap shot, one-timer, partially missed, redirected, and it goes in off the stick. Was that Lemieux that tipped it in? Yes, it was.
I believe it was.
Cullen Lemieux, and the shot was taken out at the point by Easton Auger, I believe. 34 took the shot, and Lemieux tips it in, makes it 4-2. A power play goal for the Vikings. Comes it with 14:20 remaining here in the third. So here comes Penn-Trafford now. Well, they're giving the goal to Tabaka. They're saying 9 tipped it.
I was with you, Al.
He was
in front
in the
vicinity.
They were both there.
I thought the same thing you did.
But Auger did get the assist. So at any rate, it's 4-2 Vikings. They have the puck coming through center ice now, wanting more. The senior John Staley gets the puck. He'll dump it in, and the Warriors get it back, and they'll throw it right back the other way. Icing's waved off. Zubik goes over, settles it down. The Vikings have the puck. Turning it behind her own net, working it around. Nice has the puck now. Can't get it out. The Warriors have it. Trying to work it toward the net. Byrne misses the puck, but Mickey shoots it right through the mouth of the goal. And the Warriors have it in the far corner. Set it up in the slot. Intercepted by the Vikings, and they come right down the middle of the ice. One against the world.
Good hit.
Is Skylar George, and the Warriors have it now as the Vikings peel off and they make a change. Warriors now. Riley looking for somebody to pass it to. He goes right up the middle of the ice. This is icing against Penn-Trafford with 12:56 here in the third, trailing by 2.
Play slowed down a little bit now.
Yeah, it's getting choppy now. And if you're the Vikings, you want that. You don't want Penn-Trafford to get that flow.
Exactly.
Face-off won by the Vikings. Good wrist shot right from the top of the face-off circle. off the stick of Jake Teep. And Phelps has to make the save. Keep it a 2-goal game. Vikings win another one. Comes down along the half boards. It's Masidi backhanding it toward the net. Teep takes the puck and has it knocked off his stick. And here comes Penn-Trafford back the other way. It's into the far corner. Anthony backhands it, and it comes up and out of the zone. Penn-Trafford has to regroup. They go cross ice off a boot, and here comes the Vikings back the other way. 3-on-3 as they come into the zone. Look out here as Teep had the puck blocked there by Phelps. And Penn-Trafford coming back the other way. Lasich loses control, and here come the Vikings back into the zone.
I'm waiting for somebody to step on that mouthpiece in the defensive zone. It's really hard to see.
It's one of them clear ones with a little bit of black in it. But Penn-Trafford has the puck. They lose it. Here come the Vikings down low. Pass behind Teep. He has the puck. He shoots it out in front. And Masidi was right in the slot, not more than 6 feet out of the net. And give Phelps credit there for feeling that one coming at him. And he just got himself in position, made himself big, and made the stop.
Yeah, he anticipated it for sure. He was waiting for that puck to come out. If it did, and it did, and he was already coming across to make the save.
Face-off right off the face shot. Face-off is redirected, and Phelps makes another good save. And Vikings not letting the Warriors come out of the zone, dump it right back in. Riley now with the puck. Goes crossed ice. Off a boot. Picked up there by Cam Williams. And once again, the Vikings will dump it back in and make the Warriors work their way out of the zone. They reverse it back to the weak side. Byrne picks it up. Gets it out of the zone. No further. Here come the Vikings back the other way. 2-on-1 down low. Wrist shot off the toe drag by Tabaka. It's a save for Phelps. And the Warriors cleared the zone, but here come the Vikings back the other way. Lemieux just whacks it into the zone from the blue line. And Penn-Trafford now trying to get something going. They get behind the D. Nice play there by Alger to knock it off the stick of one of the Penn-Trafford players who was in alone. And finally, Lemieux walking in, trying to get something going. Nobody with them. The Vikings were making a change, and here comes his help. Staley with the puck. He has it knocked off his stick. And finally, Cam Williams has the puck for Penn-Trafford. He loses it. And the Vikings get it at center ice. Just softly backhanded into Penn-Trafford zone. All the play this period has been in Penn-Trafford's end of the ice. They finally work it out of the zone. 3-on-1 for Penn-Trafford down low. He shoots it. Just goes wide of the net. That was off the stick of Gordovich. Wrist shot there. Blocker save by Zubik. And the Vikings come back the other way, 2-on-2. At the blue line. Wrist shot from out at the blue line. Gloved and held on to by Phelps. And we'll have a face-off. 9:49 remaining in the third period. 4-2 Central Catholic over Penn-Trafford.
It's all Central Catholic right now. They scored that second goal. They got a little bit of a cushion, and they've opened it up a little bit. They've put their foot on the gas and said, hey, you've got to make sure we don't give them anything to get back into this game.
Off the face-off one more time. A shot goes in on Phelps. He has to make the save. Out to the point it goes. Redirected, goes wide. And now so you get the feeling Central Catholic is smelling blood, and they're wanting it now. Penn-Trafford. Byrne has the puck out the center ice. Passes ahead to Gorjevich. Trying to split the D. That doesn't happen, but the puck goes into the corner. The Vikings pick off the centering pass and come back the other way. It's Masidi one more time. Trying to set it up in the slot. It comes out to the point. Picked up there by Kingerski through a plethora of players in front of Phelps, and Phelps was able to spot that one coming through, gloves it out of the atmosphere, and holds on at the 9:08 mark.
A plethora, El Guapo? A plethora.
That's Aztec Bowl coming up next week on the Champ Sports Network.
Si, senor.
C. I would say A plethora.
Penn-Trafford now coming out of the zone. 3-on-2 for them. Back the other way. Anthony has the puck knocked off his stick, and the Vikings calmly cleared out the center ice. Tabaka can't control the puck as Cam Williams does a nice job of taking the puck off of his stick. And that's offsides Vikings as they pick the puck up. And Tabaka was trapped in the zone. So we'll have a face-off, and that's an offsides pass. So it'll come all the way back to where the pass originated, just inside the blue line in Viking territory. Face-off won by the Warriors, and Penn-Trafford will just bang it hard around the boards behind the Viking net. Vikings return the favor back the other way, right out to the point. Big slap shot there. And the Vikings will corral that and come out to center ice. Cam Williams tried to make a big hit. Doesn't happen. Vikings follow on, take the wrist shot on Phelps. Phelps flashes the leather and holds on with 8:12 remaining. 4-2 Vikings. Now the clock is definitely an enemy of the Penn-Trafford Warriors.
And Phelps has been strong with the glove since that one went off the glove in.
Yeah.
After that, he's really knuckled down. They keep going towards that glove, but he's having none of it.
Face off, won by Penn-Trafford to put around the board. Vikings read that play. Work it out to the point. Slap shot, blocked out in front. All the way out the center ice of Kingerski. The Vikings will dump it in. Baker corrals it in his own zone. Tried to get it up the center ice. The Vikings are getting their sticks in the passing lanes and not letting the passes get through. Finally, it does. 2-on-2 for the Penn-Trafford other way. Vikings, good check and follow. And it's 3-on-2 for the Vikings back Penn-Trafford's way. Vikings now trying to make it 5-2. Doesn't happen. Kingerski with the puck. Passes over to, can't see the number, to Teep, and he makes the shot. Phelps makes the save.
That shot block earlier at the blue line when Eisenstadt blocked it, and he turned, and he put his back to the puck, which is the worst thing you can do. And immediately after the puck left the zone, he skated to the bench in some obvious pain.
Shot off the backhand. Phelps makes another save off a redirect. Another redirect there out in front.
My.
And my goodness, Teep, what a great play by Teep. He's setting up about 6 to 8 feet in front of the net, and he just redirecting everything. And the Vikings won't let it come out of the zone. Up in front here, Masidi sets it up in front. Shot goes wide. Masidi picks it up in the near corner for the Vikings. Looking over the situation in Penn-Trafford, intercepts the cycle, gets it out to center ice, and Central Catholic bringing it right back into the Penn-Trafford zone. That could be interference on Penn-Trafford. Put the hit on, and nowhere near the puck was Masidi. And that's what the call is. As Cam Williams, I believe, no, it's Riley. I saw the 8. I didn't know if it was a 38 or 28. Again, Brian, our pet peeve is they tuck their jersey.
Tuck the jerseys in.
So the interference call, and Vikings with a man advantage and a 2-goal lead here late in the third period. They shoot it toward Phelps. That was going wide of the net, but Phelps has nothing to do with that. He'll just glove that one and hold it on. And if you're a goalie in a penalty kill situation, that's what you want to do. Just slow down the play.
Eisenstadt back out on the ice.
Vikings win the faceoff. Huge slap shot, and Phelps stops that. Couldn't control the rebound, though. The Vikings have control of it. Behind the net goes Tabaka, skating to the far corner. He'll cycle it back in behind the net. It's DeLucia now, setting it up in front. And Penn-Trafford kicks that one out of there, but the Vikings pick it up out near the blue line. They keep it in. Graffius can't control it. Lemieux blocks the clearing attempt by Eisenstadt. And finally, Eisenstadt up the center ice. And here comes Cam Williams with the puck, shorthanded. They got to do something here. They drop the puck, lack communications, but the Warriors have the puck momentarily. Lemieux circles back, picks it up, and skates behind his own net. He's got 1:05 to go here in the man advantage. It's Tabaka now with the puck. Brings it into the zone, looking for somebody to give it to. Drops it off at the point. Down along the boards. It's DeLuca now. Behind the net to Lemieux. Intercepted by Eisenstadt. He'll get it up to the blue line no further. Eisenstadt now. Can't get it. The Vikings do. DeLuca brings it right back in. 40 to go in the power play. Tried to get it on a give and go to Lemieux. Lemieux picks it up on the near side. He puts a wrist shot on. That's blocked into the near corner. And picked up there by Teep. To the far corner with it for the Vikings. Down the slot it goes. Nice play there by Williams. He's going to go back the other way. Williams picks it up at center ice. It's offside.
It was. I was waiting for that whistle.
Eisenstadt shaking his head, looking up to the heavens, knew he was trapped offsides, couldn't do anything about it. And with 18 seconds to go on the interference call to Riley, we'll have a face-off just outside the Viking line. 5:06 to go on the game clock. Face-off smacked all the way across the length of the ice. And the Warriors of Penn-Trafford will dump it down into Viking territory. They try to shoot it toward the net. That doesn't happen. Here come the Vikings the other way. 2-on-1 down low. Look out here. Shot just goes up over Phelps off the stick of Masidi. Goes in behind the Penn-Trafford net. They can't get it past Teep. Out along the half board. Power play is over. Back to full strength. Here comes Riley with the puck. 3-on-2. Wrist shot right into the crest of Zubak, and he'll hold on with exactly 4.5 minutes to go here in the third period and a 4-2 Viking lead. Face off to the right side of Zubak. Trafford will win that. Just get it toward the slot. Nobody there but Vikings. They'll get the puck, but cannot get it out. The Vikings do get it, though, down low. Out to center ice it comes. Trafford corrals it. They go D to D. Riley now try to headman pass. That doesn't happen. Icing's waved off, and the Vikings trying to play it out of the zone. Teep has the puck taken off his stick. And Penn-Trafford now putting some pressure on. The Vikings trying to clear the zone. Nice move there by Teep to get around one. Headman pass up to the Viking blue line, or the Penn-Trafford blue line. They come back the other way.
It's 4-on-2, almost a 5-on-2.
And they take a slap shot from the blue line, Brian. Cannot believe it.
It's just not thinking.
They had numbers. They need to drive in deep and make the play. And he crossed the blue line and cranked it off. Made it easy for Zubek to stop the play and get his mates back in line.
Yeah, I didn't hear any communication either. Nobody was yelling, 4-2,
no,
3-2.
Yeah.
Nobody was letting them know.
Penn-Trafford now picks the puck up at center ice after the faceoff. It's Riley circling around, trying to get the speed going. He goes behind the Viking net, still with the puck on his back, and now he stops and turns, goes back the other way with the pass. Picked up by Penn-Trafford along the half board. The Vikings cut that off. It comes out to the blue line. Wrist shot by Cam Williams goes wide. Vikings will get it up. Riley does a good job of keeping it in at the blue line and gives it right back to the Vikings, though, and intercepted by Penn. And Mickey puts the shot wide of the net. Out the center ice it comes. Riley circling, looking for the open man who's crossed ice. Comes all the way back to Riley, though, off his stick. Riley now is going to skate up. He's going to turn and come back into his own zone and regroup. Penn-Trafford will dump it in. Diagonal dump and go in after it on the forecheck. But the Vikings come away with the puck. Crossed ice pass. It is Neese with the puck. Has it taken away. Cam Williams skates right down the middle, across the blue line, trying to get around the D. He gets around one, but not the second. And Skylar George will take the puck and get it out to center ice. Then Riley for the Warriors, being chased by a stickless Viking who lost the stick at center ice. That stickless Viking was Pasquarelli. And Penn-Trafford now trying to get out of their own zone as Central Catholic playing the forecheck game, keeping them in. Finally, Eisenstadt finds the open man up at center ice. Here comes Anthony trying to wrist one. Just goes wide, and then Anthony goes after his own rebound. That doesn't happen. The Vikings going to send it down. This will be icing against Central Catholic with 1:37. And if you're Penn-Trafford, I think I'd be calling timeout now and set my strategy and see if I want to call my goaltender out.
Well, they already used their timeout.
Oh, they did.
Earlier on,
yes,
yeah,
they did.
When they needed to stop the momentum, and they.
That's right, early.
Yep. I would have my goalie pulled though.
Oh, right
again,
now.
you know me.
Yeah. Well, I mean, right now you don't have any wins. I mean, who called the timeout?
Maybe they didn't use it earlier. Maybe it was Central Catholic.
No, that was a game before we were watching.
Sometimes they all blend together.
Yeah. Yep. I was gonna say, wait a minute. No, that was Penn-Trafford. That was North Hills we were watching. Yeah. So yep, this is where and the goalie Phelps is in his net, and the rest of the team is up at the bench. And I'd have Phelps at the bench too, saying, okay, you know, if we win this face-off, you're going to play at the hash marks. If you win the face-off, you're coming straight to the bench. And they might be calling him now because he was leaving his stuff on the cage, and he turned around and went back. So, I mean, what have you got to lose?
Here he comes.
Yeah, what have you got to lose? You got no wins on the season. You need 2 goals here, and a minute and a half to go.
I'm thinking he might be a little banged up. Earlier on in this period, he made a save, and he came up flexing the leg a little bit. And then a while ago, there was a little bit of an extended timeout during a face-off, and he stayed down on the ice, sort of stretching. And then, again, as he was skating off right there, you could see him sort of flexing the left leg as he was coming off.
Well, he's standing by the bench, and he's
waiting for somebody to get out
off.
of the way.
So he is coming. So Penn-Trafford puts that 6th skater. They have an empty net.
Yeah. Well, look. They're trying to make another change.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, there's 6. Yeah, there's. Yep.
They tried to make a second change. The ref had put his hand on. You know, I'm a stickler for that.
Penn-Trafford wins the face-off. Can they keep it in? They send it toward the net. Shot. Blocker save by Zubik. Goes into the far side. Out to the point it comes. Penn-Trafford now trying to get that all-important first goal. Fans on the first shot. Second shot goes right into Zubik. Backhand. Zubik somehow kicked that one out, and Central Catholic gets it out to center ice. 1:14 to go. Baker will dump it in right to Central Catholic, who sends it down the length of the ice. Look out, we got an empty net down here. Central Catholic trying to get that empty netter, and they put it off the side of the net.
Now you got a 3-on-2 the other way.
And here comes Penn-Trafford back the other way. Under a minute to go. Shot.
Oh,
he shoots
goodness.
and scores. Penn-Trafford makes it a 4-3 game. I believe. Was that Anthony? Yes, it was.
Oh, my goodness.
That was what a shot that was, Brian.
That was a rocket.
He put that one up over the head, the shoulder of Zubik. So, Phelps back in the net now momentarily. Graffius gets the assist. We're down to 30 seconds to go. Penn-Trafford in their own zone now, trying to wind it out. Phelps follows the puck out of the zone, going toward the bench. Here comes the extra attacker. It's Riley, hops over the boards. Penn-Trafford in the attacking zone with 15 to go here in the game. 4-3 is the score. Central Catholic on top. Penn-Trafford still has control of the puck behind the net. Come out to the point. Riley with 6 to go. Slap shot. It's blocked out to center ice, and that should do it for Central Catholic as the clock winds down to 0, and Central Catholic holds on for the win, and that win comes at a cost for Skylar George as he's getting up slow as he blocked that slap shot.
He blocked the shot, and he stayed in the play. He stayed with it, and then when the buzzer sounded, he dropped to the ice. Pain is for after the game, as we like to say.
Wow, this one came down to the final seconds. Says Penn-Trafford makes a game of it, but the Vikings prevail by the score of 4-3 here from Harmarville. We'll step aside. We'll wrap things up here on Champ Sports Network. Glad you could join us. With the score 4-3, Central Catholic over Penn-Trafford.
Hi, I'm Charlie Batch from the Best of the Batch Foundation. Follow your favorite WPIL team anywhere you go this season. The Champ Sports Network mobile app from iPhone or Android, powered by Sport Engine. Just research Sport NGIN on your app store and get access to scores, standings, and stats. Even upload pictures and videos. Sports Engine app from Champ Sports Network. Champions play here.
I'm Janelle Wright, a Panera Bread customer. I am the mother of 4 children, and I'm a professional violinist. After eating the breakfast power sandwich, I know that I'm fueled for the day and I feel satisfied. To me, this is the only fresh, wholesome option out there because the competitors have something that's processed that they're warming up in the microwave. What I love about the breakfast power sandwich are the wonderful ingredients. It's the all-natural egg, the Vermont white cheddar, and smoked ham on freshly baked whole grain bread. Something under 350 calories, and that's awesome. Panera Bread, make today better.
This is Charlie Batch, and you're listening to Champ Sports Network, where champions are heard.
Central wins, Central wins. Welcome back, Champ Sports Network. PIHL High School Hockey Game of the Week. The Vikings win the hockey version of Penn-Trafford and Central Catholic. They take down the Warriors once again. Did so on Friday night in the WPIL football semifinals. Do so on a much colder surface, or well, I guess that might be debatable, really, depending on who you are. But nevertheless, Vikings win tonight 4-3 back inside our Champ Sports Network booth for one more time as Vikings win tonight. Al Lesh, Brian Fadley alongside. I'm Matt Fargo as we will get you caught up on how this one all went down. Take you back into the first period of play when Penn-Trafford would draw first blood at the 9-12 mark. Martha Anthony scores. Nathan McKee gets the assist, and it's 1-0 Warriors. Central Catholic would tie things up at 12:35 when Antonio Mancini scores an unassisted goal, and we're tied at 1 apiece. Penn-Trafford answers the answer. 14:30 to play. Ben Lasich scores. Gio Vonovich gets the assist along with Matt Simkovic, and we are back in favor of the Warriors 2-1. Central Catholic responds. 15:31 of the first period. John Staley from Ethan Farber. And after one period of play, we're knotted up at 2. Second period we go. 12:32 to play. It's Ryan Kingerski scoring for Central Catholic to give them their first lead of the game. Antonio Mancini gets an assist. And after 2 periods, Central Catholic with the 3-2 advantage. They would make it a 4-2 advantage in the third period at 2:40. And it was Nicholas Tabaka that gets a power play goal. Easton Alger, the assist. 4-2 Central Catholic. Penn-Trafford would not go away easy, though. They, with a last-ditch effort at 16:09, Mark Anthony with a, these two were complaining about, it's not that, everyone's trying for the pretty goal and keep the puck on the ice. And then Mark Anthony says, how about this bar down, Brian Fadley? As Jacob Graffus gets the assist at 16:09. Really dirty goal by Mark Anthony. Really was, Brian. You got to give him some props on that one now.
Oh, it was disgusting. That was nasty. It was all kinds of nasty. And, I mean, bar down, it literally was. That thing climbing off the crossbar and shot straight down into the back of the net. That was wicked.
As they say, that was sick.
It was.
It was sick.
As they say. Who says that, Al?
They.
Who is they?
Them's cousin.
Sweet. Oh, nice. Okay. It's like that.
And like
Shots
this.
on goal, very even, and really kind of says it tribute to the matchup. Central Catholic wins by 1 on the scoreboard in goals, and they win by 1 on shots on goal, 27-26. So one less. Could be talking about overtime, Brian, a
right.
math major here.
Yeah, math minor. Whatever gets it done. Yeah, I mean, this game, we said coming in, we talked about, the records and how they were sort of middle of the pack. And that's what we saw. We just saw a really good hockey game between two teams that are, pretty much at the same level right now. But, there's nothing wrong with that. It was an entertaining hockey game. It was a lot of fun to watch. It wasn't really sloppy. It wasn't dirty. There weren't many penalties. It was just a good hockey game.
No, ditto, man. I couldn't have said any better. This was, you look at the schedule and you say, boy, this, two teams that are struggling. You didn't know what you were going to get. We got a good one. This was an outstanding hockey game. Both teams playing their hearts out. You could see they left it on the ice, giving up the body. Both teams giving up the body in front of the net, the defense. It was forechecking. It was any kind of hockey you want. You saw it here tonight. And it's unfortunate somebody had to lose, but Penn-Trafford's still looking for their first win of the season.
And Central Catholic now kind of takes that first step, as we were talking about, of getting out of the cellar with another win here, and they kind of rise up to maybe the other teams that are on those next few steps, which are Upper St. Clair, Mount Lebanon, and Butler are the 3 teams ahead of them. And let's point out, Butler beats Bethel Park.
Mm-hmm.
So the parity in AAA could be something to talk about, because keeping in mind, Bethel Park right now is in 3rd place in all of AAA with a 6-2 record.
And Peters went down tonight.
And Peters went down, and so now there are no teams in AAA undefeated, which is very rare for this early in the year.
Yeah.
Right.
You almost saw that happen throughout the game, the momentum build, as it started for Central Catholic. Just the beginning of the game was completely different than the end of the game for them. By the end of the game, they were puck possession, they were grinding, they were offensive zone time. It was a little more up and down in the beginning. You could just see that confidence build throughout the game. So, like you said, Al, before the game, this could be a huge stepping stone. And I think they took it. You could see it in the game. You could just see the team play differently as their confidence grew.
Yeah, they started coming together. You could see them playing, like you said, playing as a team.
Mm-hmm.
They were making them sharp, crisp passes rather than those tentative passes saying, gee, I hope somebody's there to pick it up. But they were making those confident passes. So, yeah, it was fun to watch them change as the game went on. So, well, we got our
– Is that time of the
stars of the game?
Time of night? We need like a stars of the game, like bumper, So.
Yeah. Well, we'll
get Jeff to record it.
I was thinking the same thing. I really was.
See, we need a sponsor for that too.
Maybe Jeff's listening.
Jeff, are you listening? Jeffrey, can you?
But Brian and I consulted the highest authorities ourselves, and we came up with the stars of the game. The number 3 star tonight was Penn-Trafford's Mark Anthony. He had 2 goals with that sick goal there at the end. That was awesome. So he was the number 3 star. The number 2 star was from Central Catholic. Number 17 in white and blue and gold was Cullen Lemieux. Didn't get on the score sheet, but he was all over the ice, doing the right things, getting his stick into play, cutting off passes, reading plays.
Seemed to call his name all night long.
Yeah, he was always there.
And to point things out here, that's how we do things here at Champs. The NHL media needs to learn a thing or two from us.
Yeah.
On not making the stars of the game always have to be on the score sheet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The point leaders. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. It's not about that. It's about who was the most notable, who helped their team win, and that's not always the people that score.
Yeah.
So, and the number 1.
You have a great case about that.
I know, because I never scored.
Right.
I adamantly defend that.
Yeah, neither did I.
I'm holding out for the number 1 star.
Yeah. The number 1 star from Central Catholic, I seemed like I was calling his name and even when I wasn't, he was doing things that I should have been. Was number 9, Nick Tabaka. I believe he had a goal as well.
The game winner.
Yes, he had the game winner. Yep. So he just to me he was the game. You know, I mean, as he went, the game went. So he gets the number 1 star in our eyes. So congratulations to those guys.
Congrats indeed. The schedule as it sits this second Monday, Seneca Valley and Butler stick to champsportsnetwork.com. We are champs.net to officially find out if that's where we'll be. And then we got Hoops. Starts up, it tips off. Not hula hoops, pal.
You know, I got a good trivia question for you, Matt.
Okay.
You mentioned that Lane Lemieux and Mario played one game together.
Right.
So they are a brother tandem that has played in the NHL and scored. Do you know who the highest scoring brothers in the history of the NHL are?
Oh, absolutely. I don't.
How about you, Al?
Ooh.
The highest scoring brothers.
Would that be the Stastnys?
There was 3 Stastnys. It is not the Stastnys.
Would it be?
Al, we're gonna need a longer theme music.
Okay. I don't know.
There were 6 Sutters.
The Sutters.
But it was not the Sutters.
I was going to go there.
It's Wayne and Brent Gretzky. I believe Brent Gretzky had 16 points for the St. Louis Blues, and Wayne had all the others.
Trick question.
It's amazing. Yeah, most people don't even know that Brent Gretzky suited up in the NHL. He only had a cup of coffee.
Well, I mean, I would actually venture to guess how many do know that Elaine did.
I did. Yeah, I did.
I mean,
people around here do.
Yeah.
And people in Quebec.
That's about it.
He was an all right player. I like Elaine Lemieux. Meat and potatoes guy.
He was a different
grits and gravy.
He was a different kind
of gravy.
Yeah. He was
Not all grapes turn to wine. Some have to stay grapes.
Something. That's right. Some turn to raisins.
Some do.
California raisins.
Especially when it's this cold outside.
Oh, boy. Here we go. All right. Well, Hoops comes to the network on Monday. College Hoops. Cal U hosts Penn State Greater Allegheny. Tomorrow we have hoops for you. Penn State Greater Allegheny hoops tomorrow.
Good for you.
Hey, Al, what are you doing tomorrow?
I'm going to go visit with the wife. I haven't seen her for a while.
like earlier tonight.
Yeah.
And then we'll have a continuing coverage of the WPIHL football championships, and our preview show will air on Thursday. So Pittsburgh Central Catholic fans, be sure to tune in to that.
Oops.
And really?
Technical.
Duty calls.
I'm not touching that one. All right. If you want to find out more, go to the website, because clearly need to get off here. For Al Lesh and Brian Fainley, I'm Matt Fargo saying our final score here tonight. Central Catholic wins. Roll Vikes, they win over Penn-Trafford 4-3. This is a presentation of the Champ Sports Network, where champions are heard. Good night.